All right, so this is going to be a recorded game for YouTube. This is live on stream while we're doing it, though. So keep that in mind, guys. If I'm talking about anything, chat is on the bottom left over there. So keep that in mind. Thank you, Ugly, for the 80-bit tuber. So we start off with Renekton with a BF. So that's going to lead me more towards Samira than anything here. Another Jinx. Mort Dog teasing me after never giving me a Jinx 3 last game. Okay. That's a Renekton 2. Feels pretty good, man. I don't know if I really want to use Malphite here, but we'll hold on to him. I like Jinx a lot from the spot, just because Jinx is actually a pretty good early game damage dealer, and it's also a stun. She, technically speaking, explodes on people. Oh, and a Riven. Jinx and Riven? We might be just running Anima Squad down again. It wouldn't be the first time. I mean, yeah, we've got Anima here already. So we might just run Anima down early. I think I did something similar in my Bell of Death video. I think Anima is pretty strong early game just because the units are generally decent. Vayne, Riven, Jinx, Nasus, if you can get like something along the lines of a Malphite 2 to kind of work with it. All pretty good units. From this spot, though, I'm not positive because I got double BF where I want to go. Unrelenting Force is actually pretty decent. Let me roll that. I think we're going to go everything goes boom. Let me see here, though. I'm going to check meta TFT. Where this is. Masters Plus. Everyone goes boom. 452. We can RNG roll it, or we can just take it. I think I'm just going to take it here. I think there's too much value in it at this point. I could have went like Spirit of the Exile or something, but I think I just want to go Anima Verts this game again. Last game was a third with an MF3. Sounds really funny to say that, but third with MF3. So we're buying out the shops here just to get better odds. I actually really like playing Jinx, etc. into Lee Sin's. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. Just Lee Sin carry. Lee Sin carry guy is gonna get smoked here. Cleansing Safeguard's really strong, but it's not like the end of the world for us to beat him up. We should check the delivery tips, spirit, boxing. I don't see that, guys. We're actually not in a bad spot right now. What I will do here is I'm going to level to get in Malphite. We're going to play a little aggressive here. I could play for 10 gold, but since I have a Malphite 2 almost, and I think that can really like solidify my win streak, I'm going to level really late in, like right before the end of the round here. Get that in here. That should give me a secured win. One guy had a Jinx. Okay, it just looks like he's playing Unrelenting without the Unrelenting right now. But yeah, just like that, we get a pretty decent stun. Pretty decent damage out. I don't think I beat this guy without level, in all honesty. He's pretty damn strong. Sivir 2 is actually just beating me up bad. Okay. We ended up not getting the kill on the Jinx, but that's okay. I feel pretty decent about this. Jinx 2. Yeah, I can get behind Jinx 2 here. We'll clear out shop again. Same thing. I'm just trying to basically get better odds. I'm already level 5, but I'm not going to hit 10 here. As you can see, I got 6, 7 so far in this round. I think Jinx 2 should give me like a strong enough build that I can get through these guys. This guy long term, like any of the cleansing safeguards are going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Positive for us though about cleansing safeguard is we actually have a stun built in with our Jinx. And if we go Prankster Verts, we also get an extra stun. Now Prankster Vert doesn't really help our Jinx too much. but that's something. What's going on, James? Yes, we are. This is a YouTube video game, so you're aware. We're trying to make a YouTube video out of it, at least. We'll see how good or bad it is, how good or bad we do. I'm just trying to talk my way through the thought processes, etc. So I'd have 8 gold, so I don't sell. I hold these, gives me a better chance of hitting something I need. At this point, that spat would be actually pretty decent for us if I don't get... what my primary wants here are Tier and Hextech Gunblade, right? Those are my primary wants. If I don't get either of those, I want Spat because it gives me an Anima emblem potentially. Spat's taken. That being said, both of our other primaries are available. And actually, I think I want Shojin over the Gunblade right now. We can always use Tiers in an Anima build just because you can blue buff Vayne, you can Shojin Jinx, you can Shojin. That's bad. I didn't realize that was going to combine. Well, we now have a Shojin Malphite. This is best in slot. That stinks. Sometimes I forget to look at that because I just didn't remember I had a Malphite 2 on bench. That being said, it's fine. Like, Malphite with items is okay. It just is going to take away from my Jinx's ability to get kills, which then in turn hurts our Anima long term. Because, like, that probably wasn't going to be a Jinx kill if I had the Shojin on Jinx. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm still winning, which is primarily what the want is here. I can transition out of Anima if I really need to long term. I can just run Jinx with something else. Really just Prankster frontline is fine. That being said, we really want an Anima emblem one way or another, because then we can get Anima 5 or 7 a little bit more consistently. Generally, I'll play 5 unless I am high rolling like this game and can just go vertical levels really easily. Everyone in the lobby has lost, so we are in a pretty good spot right now. We get another Anima here and Silas. I'll hold on to the Silas, but we're still at 20. Just looking here. This guy's got a... Playing a little bit more right-sided here to try to get Jinx on him. On one of his units early. I think we should just whoop this dude. If so, great. Not a big deal. We should have hit 2 of his units with a blast here. Beautiful. Got 2 fame so far this round. Oh, are we losing this? It's gonna be close, actually. Uh-oh. I thought we were in the clear here. This guy's pretty strong, though. He's got a Isa. That's all you really need to know. That stinks. In all honesty, I think my positioning could have been better. Again, if Jinx had the Shojin, probably win this. If Jinx has a Hextech Gunblade, probably win this. It's kind of unfortunate combine on a unit I don't want it on long term. But it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. We're still relatively good economy-wise, right? We're in a pretty good spot at the current point in time. I think I'm going to sell this, though, just to get the item off. Because I really want to get that Shojin on right now. And since I've already lost, it doesn't really hurt me to do this right now. It also gives us one more closer to Anima Emblem. Or Anima 5, which I do want. I might just run Jinx carry until I get farther into it. Another Shojin that's probably going to get put on MF. This could be a Shiv as well, which I don't hate. Hextech Blade could be Shiv. Final. I don't hate this actually at all. I think it's technically speaking like BIS. Yeah, technically it is. So, Giant Slayer would also be another one they recommend on her. But I think we're in a good spot for this regardless. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go kind of like this right now. I'm probably going to just run for Jinx 3. If I get Jinx 3, great. If not, no big deal. Holy High Roll. I got pretty good items there, yeah. The only downside right now, though, I'd argue crucial, is that I don't have any frontline items, which could theoretically come to haunt me. I'm not going to go 6 here. I don't think it's worth it considering I lost last. And if I'm going to win, I'm going to win regardless. It's not going to be based on my level here. Because I'm not going to get a whole lot of value from a Jinx 1 here. Or if I were to level, I'd have to like spend then to get Cho'Gath, which just isn't worth it. It's just kind of a bad situation all around if I wanted to level here. Sadly, I didn't have these items on the last Jinx last game, where I had the carry Jinx augment, but everyone goes boom is still relatively good for this. So what I'll do here is I'll grab these 3 costs. It gives me some good options. Theoretically, like these are technically like good in slot Kaisa items as well. If it came down to it, but I don't think I'm going to. We look at our dandy little notebook here. We had hero augment first, and it's a gold second, so gold priz final. I'd prefer not to have to re-roll this, but if you look at these options, they're all kind of pretty doo-doo. The only one I'd really argue here is any good is like Tome, but I don't really like any of them, so we're gonna roll that. And so then we go back to Anima setup. Jeweled Lotus is relatively decent at 419. It's either that or Trade Sector Plus. I think we just go Jeweled Lotus for the consistent damage output value that I'm going to gain from it. And on top of that, then I can still get crits with her now. I'm just going to level and put in the second Jinx here, because at this point, second Jinx is going to be decent enough, and it keeps me in the running to hit 40 gold here. So if I beat this guy now, I'll hit 40 gold, which is what you really want to hit at this spot. If I don't hit, oh well. It's not the end of the world type deal, and that's kind of why I'm not worried about it. This is the cleansing safeguard guy. I really need to get like an MF in if I want to kill this guy, or at least be Anima 5. So in the meantime, we'll grab every single thing in the shop. Doesn't hurt us, doesn't help us necessarily, but like kind of my thought process at least here. I'm gonna roll down 240 here because I'm not gonna hit Econ anyway. We get Prankster here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my Pranksters up front now. This doesn't really help me in the current time period. Anima 3 is no worse than Anima 4. So we put our Prankster in with Zoe and kind of run that down. I just don't think Ancient Archives is good still, even with the Econ buff. Like as you can see here, it's still a 475 in Masters Plus on this patch. So that includes the changes. It just isn't good, just straight up. It's just kind of a bad item, a bad augment. You just don't get a whole lot of value from it because you can't necessarily guarantee what you're going to hit, right? We've talked about this before on stream. I think this game is all about trying to minimize your RNG. And taking something that is inherently just a gamble generally isn't going to be very helpful in the long run. So, kind of where I'm at with that. We econ back up now, and I probably go 7 on like 4-1. That's kind of my want right now. This is a good item. Both these are good items. Right here, I kind of definitely want the tank items if possible at this point. A second Shojin, though, would work. I'm going to take the tier here. So the reason why I took the tier here, and this is a questionable decision, I would argue. I took tier here because it gives me the option to get like either like a frontline based item in Protector's Vow or Redemption, or a second Shojin or an Archangel or something like that on my backliner in Misfortune, which is eventually the want. This guy just got an Echo 2 off that, which is kind of a little suspect for us. Not the end of the world though. I should be scouting a little bit more here. The Hearts guys are facing each other. This guy's 5 underground. I'm facing the guy who's currently playing, looks like just straight up threats Sivir and Samira, which is actually like a decent setup. The downside for us is he's got a And as Echo 2, which is extremely difficult to kill. Positive though is we are OP, I guess. I don't think we win this. Or maybe we do. It's gonna be close. The stun here will help, but he's gonna get his ability off, I think, before we kill him. Yep. Not the end of the world. Would have been a nice win, but a 1-unit loss is not a bad loss at all. It's kind of one of those losses that you just like take on the chin and say, all right, I'll go next. I will go with like this though here and put in the Ollie just because it gives me Mascot here, which I think is marginally better than a Jinx one with Prankster. I don't know if it's really that much better in the long run, but it's something to play around. I'm still most likely going to go MF long term, but I'm kind of just hanging out with these Jinx right now because I think Jinx 2 is probably my strongest unit. A lot of people are going like Vayne and Kaisa, etc. So I'm going to have a hard time finding Vaynes in this game. So it's most likely just going to be a double AP. Most likely Jinx and MF carries. We'll kind of see what it brings us with time. So that's kind of the thought process. That's a good kill. Another kill here, sweet. I'll lose here again, but not a bad loss. 2 times in a row, actually pretty good losses. 2-unit loss and 1-unit loss. We only lost, 9 health over the last 2 rounds of losses, so not bad in all, I would say. The Jinx is doing a good enough job of getting us close to wins, which I think is helpful. Helpful enough, at least, that I don't really mind it. What I'll probably do is I'll probably go 7 and roll down a little bit hard on 4-1. Depending on what we hit here. Like if I were to get like a Riven 2 or an Ollie 2 or something like that, or Nexus 2 or something crazy and be able to chill out at 7 and not really have to roll, great, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get that lucky. No, in all honesty, it looks like we got kind of unlucky. Our items aren't really that great either, sadly. What we'll do here is we'll roll down a good bit. Oh, there's an MF for us. It's actually a nice hit. I still think I roll down a wee bit though. Second Jinx, 2 masses. Alright, we're gonna go Jinx 3. I like rolling out a 20 here to try and guarantee a hit or not. See what we can hit, I should say. So I don't dislike having a second Jinx on board, especially because we have threats with Prankster. So we get like an extra frontline, technically speaking. But on top of that, Jinx is actually a relatively good unit just because of Prankster value, giving us a little bit of extra time. Disability off? No. Ooh, very, very close. We needed this win after that roll down being as hard as it is. Hard as it was, I should say. Golden egg, level up, high-end shopping. We just go high-end shopping now. That's because it gives us econ. And I can now kind of roll a little bit and see what I hit. There we go, MF2. Just like that, we in this. I think at this point we do this. This is a little suspect though, I'm not sure about all of this right now. The hard part is I know other people are going to be in a similar setup to where they get a 3-star or a Priz as well. But I need to see if my Priz was worth enough for me. And right now I'm not certain about that. High-end shopping helps because I get like MF2 here, but like MF2 with 0 items doesn't really feel that great. Now you could argue I'll get MF2 with full items here soon, but I live in the now, not the potential future. So we're kind of down in AUG in some ways. It also makes it much harder for me to hit Jinx 3. which is kind of one of the things I was going to go for here. That's actually a good hit. One jinx off. I econ back up now. I'm just trying to solidify my top 4 at this point. I don't think I'm gonna win. Not when these guys are in the lobbies. I probably could have stayed above 10 here. I don't really like that I rolled down to 0. I think that was a mistake. But I am kind of like at the point now I want to try to conserve my HP as much as I can. Especially when there's these guys in the lobby at the top. So, as I'm gonna struggle against these guys for a while because I just can't kill them, dude. I was also looking for an echo in those roll downs and I didn't hit. Dude, this is so stupid. Cleansing Safeguard shouldn't be in the game. I will fight someone on that. It's just an absolutely atrocious unit to fight. We want the Shojin here. Shojin or Leona, I guess, could work, technically speaking, but I think Shojin is what I think I want really the most. That or Thieves' Gloves. I guess Thieves' Gloves could work nicely as well. I just go Thieves' Gloves Leona for now. This is kind of stinky, but it's fine. We're just going to hit a Jinx here. Bro, what? I can't really use the Aphelios, which sucks, but it's fine. Not this again. Alright, we come back up. Just trying to hit a little bit here. It kind of sucks. Because I kind of don't really have a whole lot of front line right now. I was looking for an Echo here. That would make a big difference. I'm also currently down an Anima squad. Like, I don't know if I should... I probably should just either commit to the Anima squad 3 or commit to the Anima squad 5. It can't be at 4. We talked about this earlier. I'm losing value out of this. So, like, what do I need to do here? Because we could take out Monsieur Nasus, Mr. Susan, and go just like another. I like this. We go like this here. I think it's worth a lot, and at this point in time, the Prankster 3, and then we get Aegis 3 out of this, and I don't hate it. Not when I could potentially fight this guy who has Vayne 3. Here at this point. As Unrelenting Force. This seems like such a scuffed build. There's a reason I think he's dying right now, though. I feel kind of bad about this setup right now. Priz Final always kind of makes me a little nervous, and I kind of always flounder it. Which is probably just like something I need to work on in general if I'm losing this many Priz lobbies. And this is also kind of where Anima Squad falls apart for me usually, is I like don't know how to get to late game with them, or when I get to late game with them I kind of just flounder, which is kind of what's happening here. I'd also argue though my items haven't been perfect either. Like no frontline items kind of hurt. That's fine though, we're still in this game. It's not over yet. As much as I'm, you know, shaking and quaking in my boots, it's not over yet. I definitely need to go 8 though, like yesterday. So I'm wondering if I should have just taken level up instead of high-end shopping. I think level up probably would have been a better call for my Priz. I think level up gives me more value because it's allowing me to go vertical quicker in times when I'm probably gonna need it. That's Ionic frontline. Can we get a Shojin, please? Nope. That's Ionic. Sunfire. big spike. The MF items are not perfect, but they're not bad either. I really don't like Thieves Gloves on MF. I really wish I could take these items with Jinx, but I don't know if I should abandon the Jinx 3 Dream at this point. Probably. I'm at this point kind of really far behind on the Jinx angle. MF with BIS would probably be better than a Jinx 2 or 3 anyway. So I think that's maybe a mistake on my part here. I'm not getting this kill. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. I tried. This is a sad loss though, because I was actually in a really good spot to win this, or at least get a top 4. I think I rolled down a little too aggressively when I shouldn't have, and it kind of put me in an awkward spot when it comes to the rest of the lobby. Also, Prismatic is just rough for me. I need to work on my Prismatic lobby stats. I just generally don't do very well with them. Well, that was close, but no cigar. 8th? We might not get 8th. This guy might take our 8th. Yes. Okay, 7th. Woo! I think you can take a lot away from what I did that game, so I don't think I should have rolled down as hard on 7. I also think level up would have been better. I think I probably should have done twofold. I think, and let's just open up a notepad here and I can talk about it. So I think I should have went, I'm gonna put my mouse on the charger real quick while I'm typing this. Level up versus high roller. So then I probably shouldn't have went Jinx 3 angle, and just transfer my items to MF earlier. Probably would have won more if I just transferred my items earlier. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. I also just don't think I should have... I mean, I think those are probably the biggest things. I think you could probably argue that I shouldn't have went as much rolling as I did there on 6-7 for Jinx 3. I just don't think Jinx 3 was really worth it there at that point. And I think I probably should have went vertical and went 8-9 with level up just to try and like stabilize my composition with frontline units. And in all honesty, I would have been in a good enough spot had I not rolled so hard for Jinx on 6-7 that I would have been able to go full level 8 a lot earlier and get just more frontline in and or just Anima 5. Like I sat Anima 4 forever because I stayed under leveled. So I think those are all things I can kind of have done differently in that game. A 7th is not where I would have put myself early in that game, but that's also where I threw away a lot of a lead. Or at least good econ, good setup, just to roll for probably nothing at a certain point. Probably should have slow rolled, etc. But yeah, that's kind of that. Hope you guys enjoyed.